What is up, everybody? This is the Mapped Out Gamer, and welcome to another episode of Mapped Out. Today I'll be taking a look at the multiplayer map Urban for you guys. We're going to be mapping that out for you today. So without any further ado, let's get started. So before we get started, I just wanted to quickly mention that this video is going to be kind of like a little experiment. Normally I write out a large script for my mapped out series and I kind of stick to it. So it does sound a little bit prepared. Now I'm not saying I'm not prepared for what I'm going to do, but I just wanted to sound a little bit more natural and a little bit more off the cuff because I really wanted to bring my personality to this YouTube channel and just kind of, I guess, whatever, shine through, you know, the microphone or whatever it is they say. So it's just my attempt at doing that. So maybe I'm not so good at it. I don't know, maybe with some practice and with some encouragement, hey, you know, anything's possible, right? Well, not anything, but you know what I mean. So let's get started. Okay, so the map Urban is set in Dallas, Texas, my home state. Woohoo! Don't mess with Texas, right? So I think if you can see in the background, that's Arlington Stadium where the Dallas Cowboys play. It could be. I hope it is. That would be pretty cool. If we're talking about the aesthetics, we see a lot of steel work, a lot of these hyper neon lights is what I like to call them. The police car lights, those are actually like really in your face. That's one thing I kind of didn't like about this map was the lights of the cars were really stark and kind of like in your face, especially around the crime scene. I guess that kind of makes sense. They want it to be really lit up and stuff like that, but it just got kind of annoying over time. If you notice some of the textures in the Tasty Pump, actually, if you notice, it looks like almost like a frozen yogurt station. It's actually food. I think we see burgers there and steaks or something. So apparently in the future, everything's going to be a liquid. Kind of weird. If you notice too, it looks like the pricing for the sizes probably looks adjusted for inflation. I don't know, just saying. This map is extremely symmetrical. I mean, if you split it down the middle from north to south, it's literally mirrored sides, so there's not a lot of organic assets. You know, it's called urban, so it's going to be inside the city, so it'll only make sense to see these types of straight lines and a lot of steel work in this level. So the team spawn points are on the west and the east sides, so naturally you're going to be, you know, going to the center of the map rather quickly. Well, I guess depending on what game mode you're playing, but for the most part that's how it is. Looking at the north lane, you start off on a lower street level, work your way up these stairs. You can even go up more stairs, or you can kind of stay on that same center level, and then as you keep going east or west away from the center of the map, it declines. So you start up going up the hill, and then as you go down the center of the map, you go down the hill. Very straightforward. Okay, so let's head down the central lane. You'll be passing through the two main headquarter buildings that are in the center of the map. As you pass through these buildings, you'll notice it's very close quarter combat. I mean, if you have an SMG or a shotgun, you could really do some damage in these buildings. As you travel along the south end lane, you'll run into the crime scene. Now, this crime scene is set up kind of like a hot box area. It's just a basic square with a hover bike right in the center. Now, the hover bike seems really out of place on this lane. It's like really just kind of stuck over like the dead bodies with the sheets. It's actually kind of weird, but I guess it does kind of serve a practical use because you can kind of use it as cover and go in the prone position and just pick off enemies and just kind of shoot at their feet. So I thought that was pretty practical, at least. Okay, so moving along with the Levolution along the south end, once the police officers deem this place safe, they take the map out of lockdown, and then they open up 3 breakaway rooms along the south lane. The 2 corner rooms actually have objective points in them, such as the hard point. Now, these 2 breakaway rooms on the sides, they do have high ceilings with breakable glass, so that adds in an extra way to infiltrate these areas for objective points. Looking at the verticality of Urban, there's not that much to go around. There's not so many horizontal planes to kind of hop around on. So you basically just have the street level, and then above that you kind of have these catwalk areas around the headquarter buildings, as well as the south end lane. Alright, so we covered aesthetics, layout, Levolution, verticality. Just wrapping up this map. This map is really fun. It's really intense. It's very speedy. It's like the map flow is what I call a speedball type of map. Now, I know symmetry is really good for map balance. However, I just didn't really like this kind of cookie cutter version of this map. Me personally, I like maps that are a little bit more organic and are more thoughtfully balanced out rather than just being mirrored from one side to another. As always, don't forget to check the description below for your free interactive digital PDF map for download. This PDF map shows you all the objective points and all the game modes for Urban. Feel free to print it out or just use it as a reference. If you enjoyed my work and my video, go ahead and give a like, share it, or hey, why not subscribe? So thank you so much for watching. This has been the Mapped Out Gamer. Take it easy.